Hey, ¿qué pasa, gamers? Bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de NBA 2K21 mi carrera. Este es el episodio número 12, así que en este capítulo por fin vamos a entrar en el draft de la NBA. Vamos a ver qué equipo nos escogen y a partir de aquí a escalar como jugadores de la NBA para ser los mejores y conseguir ese deseado anillo. Así que nos esperan unos retos súper interesantes que no os podéis perder. Venga, adentro vídeo. En el progreso de este capítulo vamos a subirle uno de tiro libre, tiros de 3 y rapidez lateral. Así que de insignia de defensa nos vamos a subir intimidador. Chicos, venga, vamos a darle a continuar. Se viene draft, vamos a ver qué nos depara. Venga, a tope.
Why didn't you get drafted? So that's funny to you?
You notice how all your questions about the result, never the work?
It was a simple question.
What do you think I didn't get drafted? I mean, for real. You tell me.
I know you had 2 knee surgeries in college.
Nah, it's excuses.
I don't know, you stayed all 4 years.
I wanted to get my degree, try again.
You were captain of your team, conference player of the year, all
nice
defense.
awards, things I've earned, things I'm actually proud of. But the NBA scouts agenda, I don't care about all that. I mean, sure, you got leadership, character, defensive motor, all that helps, that's real. Think about those other things. Well, what position do I play?
Point guard.
Yeah, and with my size, my body frame, can I play anything else? What about my leaping ability?
You can dunk.
Can I dunk like those good dunkers? The good dunkers you even see at the street games? And is it explosive? A word they love to use.
Okay, so you had some of it, but not all of it.
I mean, from my perspective, no, but from their perspective, yeah. And when a GM goes on record and says, you're his guy, and he says that to his team, his whole career and yours are inextricably linked. Okay, if I become a star, so do they. If I wash out, same. So they've all agreed on this checklist, this protocol, right? Duke doesn't check all the boxes, and some other guy does.
So draft the other guy.
Draft the other guy.
At least they can say he checked all the boxes.
Yeah. The fault goes back on the players, not them. Okay, that's why you gotta understand this mentality, son. You gotta make sure you check all the boxes for them. Okay, this draft cycle business, this is a chess match. Okay, if you're not ready for that, you are bound to fail. That's the setup.
Whew. Now, most people on the outside won't see it. But this, my friend, is where the draft begins.
Suit shop?
Mm-hmm. Messaging is everything.
Okay, so is there a wrong choice here?
Think of it like a spectrum. One end, you got Russell Westbrook, loud on and off court. On the other, you got Kawhi, quiet on and off court. Are you one of them or are you in the middle? What you decide will help teams get an idea of what you're really all about.
Are you ready, Junior?
Yeah. You ready, Junior?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oye, de momento me gusta así, sencillito. Vamos a ver los zapatos. Voy a escoger la vestimenta estándar porque me gusta ir... No me gusta tampoco ir un llamativo que va aquí con colores extravagantes. Ir... sencillito. Así que venga.
We'll put this together and have it for you right away.
Thank you. Listen, Art. I haven't had a chance to bring it up.
And it's all good, I already know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Harper and the team run a top sports agency for a reason. They contacted me as soon as they contacted you.
You're not upset?
Why would I be?
Someone take the meeting.
I want you to. Root out the specifics. Look, just because you sign with them doesn't mean we're a done deal. We can all work together.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you their plan first.
Hers or mine?
Both.
We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that.
I'm the associate agent, so when you sign with the agency, I'll be here to support Harper on the day-to-day.
I'm sorry, I completely spaced on your name walking in.
It's fair, you have a lot going on. It's Layla.
Layla.
Layla, yeah.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
Junior, hello. So excited to have you here. I'm Harfordell. Thank you so much for coming down to hear our pitch.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Yeah, and thank you for taking the time out to meet me.
Absolutely.
Tampoco lejos,
This is
¿no?
the moment. You have worked your entire life to get here, and we are here to support you in that journey to the next step where you start getting paid. I don't have to tell you, we have the deepest roster of NBA talent in the world and brand partnerships with every company you can name. Our goal is long-term. We want to create lifelong relationships that keep you living large now and comfortable in your retirement. In these notes already rests the shoe contract of your dreams. You ever thought about
Ole.
acting?
No, I never really considered it, but I'm into it if it makes sense. Yeah.
Multiple commercial offers and scripts for interesting indies that will help groom you for bigger projects once you get your feet wet.
All of that sounds really good to me. Yeah, but right now I just want to focus on the draft, solidify my position, and find the team where my skills fit best.
Well, we have relationships with all the teams. We can gather intel to get you the private team workouts that you
But
want.
maybe not the exact team I want to play for.
Anything is possible. But it is still a draft where teams can and will do what they see fit for their organization.
Okay, so that's a no.
Chaos exists. We try and mitigate that for you, but it does exist. And I'm not going to lie to you just to get you to sign. I want us to start off in a place where we can be honest with each other. You know what? This is feeling way too formal.
Way too formal.
Hang on. That's better.
Ahora sí. Ahora sí.
So I grew up in the Salinas Valley. It's about 2 hours south of San Francisco. John Steinbeck was from there. Do you know it?
No, not that area
That's okay.
specifically, no.
My parents died when I was young, so my grandmother raised us on her ranch. We grew broccoli, lettuce, cauliflower. It was not glamorous, but we worked and survived. And Layla?
Oh, I was raised right down the road from you in Union.
Oh, Jersey represent.
That's right.
Yeah.
My dad bailed on us when I was 3, and my mom did everything in her power to make it work. We know what it's like to want more. We willed ourselves to be where we are, just like you did.
There's a vision for you here. Jordan, LeBron, a bigger corporate vision. Companies love them because their messaging connects to the public across all demographics. And that's how we want to position your endorsements going forward. Universal appeal.
Okay. But it feels like there's a catch coming.
No, there's no catch. There's a little reality. Archie. He's a good guy, and we know that he brought you here, which is why we want to provide him with a generous finder's fee as a parachute.
But for us, we need you free and clear of all old attachments. Your future depends on an uncluttered vision. All new NBA players have to go through these difficult transitions.
So it's you guys or him.
No, Archie.
From our perspective, it's just the way it has to be.
You should hear what he has to say. Maybe he really is the right fit for you and for your vision. But for us, it's one or the other.
I don't like it. Not one bit. But fine. I'm not afraid of a little competition. But her pitch on the corporate take is a flat idea. You have personality and you have an opinion. Your boy Hendricks Cobb, Harden, Embiid, they're doing just fine being who they are. That's how we seal your endorsements. Big and bold.
But doesn't that idea risk losing endorsements if I'm seen as controversial?
Yes, it will. But you'll gain others. Others that share your vision and your story. Former football player. Newark. Your dad. You're the underdog. That stuff is powerful, so
So you
use
got
it.
a shoe contract available for me now?
No, I don't. But I will. It's called trust, Junior.
And she said she got a movie deal available for me now.
Deals? Or ideas where deals may be?
I don't know.
Seems to me like you should. These big agencies, man, they pack pack a punch nowadays. She may have a little bit more firepower than me right now. But I know who you are. I know where you come from. And I know what you want. As if it were my own story. Fine, if you want to walk away from all of that, so be it. It's either her or me. You choose.
Oh, tío. A ver. Esta decisión es muy complicada, ¿eh? Vale, pues... A ver, entre la opción Archie Baldwin y la opción Harper Dell, en química me interesa mucho más Archie Baldwin. Además, es un buen amigo de la familia, así que seguramente iré a por Archie Baldwin. Espero que escoja bien. Venga, chicos, vamos a elegir a Archie Baldwin. Confiamos en ti. Eres un amigo de la familia. A por ti, tío. Vamos a por ti. Venga.
Listen, things haven't always been smooth between us, but I know you. Good and bad.
Yeah, I could dig it.
And the fact that you're from here means something. I know I'm making the right choice.
Thank you, Junior. I won't let you down.
I know you won't, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So you're projected mid to late first. That's an interesting spot to be in, Junior. I mean, on one hand, you can slide right out the draft. The other, you can step up, snatch a spot in the lottery.
Wait, hold on. Players are falling out of the draft from the spot I'm in?
I mean, it's all projections until the media hits you and the combine game starts firing. I mean, the next step in this process for any player is the personality evaluation test. So they put you in a room with an interviewer who asks you a bunch of probing questions about yourself.
All right, so I'll just be honest and let them know who I am.
Yeah, but you also want to be aware of what they want to hear. Integrity, character, leadership. You keep that in the back of your mind when you're answering questions, you'll do just fine.
Junior, welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Go
to
ahead
meet
and
you
take
too.
a seat.
Thank you.
This isn't a test. This isn't an interrogation. We're here to have a discussion, point of which is to get to know you better as a person. There are no right or wrong answers. All we want is for you to be as open and honest as possible.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started. What would one of your family members tell us about you?
That's a good question. I think they tell you that even as a kid, I always wanted to be the best. I loved to compete. Didn't matter if it was tic-tac-toe or dodgeball or whatever. I wanted to win. I needed to.
And that's the first thing they'd say?
Oh yeah, and I used to take losing. I used to take losing really hard. I'd throw a fit if I didn't win. My family still teases me about it.
Great, let's move on.
Ha aumentado el valor del draft.
I'm curious. How do you deal with teammates you don't like?
That doesn't really happen a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah. But if it does, I just try to work out whatever differences I might have with that teammate immediately. I don't like to let things build up, you know?
What if you can't work out your differences?
Then I keep trying. Yeah, I don't really like to think there's a situation where I couldn't see eye to eye with the teammate if I tried to understand where they're coming from. Everybody wants to win ultimately.
Are you the best
Ha aumentado el valor del
player in
draft.
this class?
Yes, I believe that's the mentality I have to play with.
Explain a little more.
Listen, I'm in the conversation, and I know that. But who's the best can be subjective, like MJ versus LeBron. Let's say I'm the best in the class now. It's irrelevant to me. And I want to be the best 5, 10 years from now. And that's what drives me.
One last question and then
Ha
I'll let
aumentado
you
también.
continue. I'm wondering, what's your primary motivation for joining the league?
Hooping. That's all I care about.
Can you expand on that a little?
Sure, I mean, money's cool, money's nice. I won't turn it down. But, yeah, all that extra stuff is just icing on the cake.
All right. That'll wrap it up.
Wait, that's it?
That's it. Thank you very much for your time, Junior. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks. It was nice to meet you. Nice talking with you.
Best of luck in the draft.
Thank you.
That's not a good or a bad thing. Teams check out the data. Someone like you more, someone like you less. To some, it won't matter. The deal is fluid. I'll take 2 of those.
Yeah, but the results can change where I currently sit in the draft. I'm not hungry.
You don't have to. You could stay exactly where you are right now.
So I just gotta sit here and wait?
Not here. There are a few days left before the next steps are taken. I figure you might enjoy your bet a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm glad you think this is so funny, man.
This is a marathon, son. Breathe. Else you'll burn yourself out before we even get started. Okay? So next is media day. All the lottery picks get national attention, so everybody's got it covered.
I was rewatching Science Presser before he was drafted. Seemed pretty easy breezy. No tough questions.
They're not gonna dig too deep on lottery guys at this point. There's no upside in it. It should run smooth, but you're on the lookout for those sideways questions.
Yeah, I'm good. This is gonna be fun.
Follow me, please.
All right.
Junior. All right, we'll have a couple of minutes with Junior today, so let's fire away. Alex, you have the first question.
What's been the most interesting part of the draft process so far?
Just the whole atmosphere, really. Yeah. It's a whole bunch of excitement here. And everybody's really happy to be starting a career, so that type of energy has just become really infectious.
Obviously, you're a big-time talent. Anyone would be lucky to draft you. But where do you want to end up? Any preference?
Oh, no. No preference.
Anywhere you don't want to go.
I just want to go wherever I'm wanted. And if you draft me, then I'm assuming you want me. So I'm good with whatever.
Is there any doubt in your mind that you're the best player in this draft?
I mean, I'm right there, if I'm not the top guy. So there's a lot of really good players in this draft, so it's hard to say who is the top guy, but I know I'm in the conversation. Okay, who's next?
Okay, that's all the time we have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hemos vuelto a subir en el draft. O sea, contestar bien te sube en el draft. Otra vez.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, next we're going to a private workout. I'm gonna have a list of all the teams that are interested there. You just say which ones, and I'll make it happen.
Esto es importante. Vale. Elige un equipo para entrenar. Madre mía.